it is official. We are now live on both Facebook and Instagram with the May 20th episode of Ask Dr. A. We've been doing this for the last couple of weeks as we get questions throughout the week. I've been running throughout the entirety of the quarantine a different webinar every week of versions of our in-office workshops that we do, from unraveling neurodevelopmental disorders, which is cool, which is amazing, from mental health and emotional disorders to gut-brain connection, which is huge, to just stress. We've been running these webinars every Wednesday night at 6, and I started a couple weeks ago doing this Ask Dr. A episode beforehand, and it's gone over really well. So guys, if you have any questions at all, we're gonna get geared up here in just a second. So any questions you have, it could be health, it could be life, it could be science, it could be space travel, it could be coffee, it could be relationships, whatever it is you wanna ask, put in the comments, and I will go ahead and address it. I don't like to be all science and all tech, but if you guys want me to talk about chiropractic the whole time, boy, you know I can do that. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and start looking at the questions that we have here on Facebook and Instagram. Getting ready here in just a second. I hope everyone's having a great week so far. At 6 o'clock tonight, the webinar that we are going to be doing in the Absolute Chiropractic Community Wellness page is called Unraveling Neurodevelopmental and Behavioral Disorders. I mean, guys, if you guys haven't been on that, it is a game changer. It is a life-changing webinar. If you guys know anybody or your own family has somebody who has a neurodevelopmental disorder, we're going to go really deep on the science of that and because what's going on. And I truly believe that when we do understand what it is that's going on physiologically, we can make really informed decisions as to what we're going to do to help. That's a huge passion of mine, and I love being able to deliver that information to people and basically give them the opportunity to help them change their own life and their family's life. We've heard from lots of families about just like how much they've gotten to learn, how things that they could do at home, different practitioners that they should see, completely changed their opinion on behavior, on discipline. It's been a really good game changer. And I always say whenever we do a webinar that our goal is to change someone's life, is to change your life if you're watching. So that's going to be at 6. So guys, jump on the Eventbrite and register there, or the name of the group is facebook.com/ I think it's Absolute Chiro Community Wellness. You guys can find us on there. For right now, I'm just stalling because I'm looking for the thread. I'm looking for the thread that has questions on there. All right. So let's see, guys. Man, these are all chiropractic questions. So if you guys want to hear something other than me talk about the beauty and amazingness that is the profession of chiropractic care and how your body's able to heal from the inside out, go ahead and post something in the comments on Instagram or on Facebook. So the first question that I have is, can lower back pain and neck pain give you a constant headache? That's an amazing question. Thank you so much for asking that. That was Selena. And the bottom line is that the answer is yes, absolutely it can. One of the things that we look at when it comes to pain is that we always look at symptoms, whether it's a neck pain, a back pain, a headache, whether it's a behavioral issue, whether it's either an allergy or asthma or whatever it is. In our society, we're trained to think of symptoms as something that's bad, right? You think about it, we have a neck pain, we have a back pain, we have a headache, and we say, this is bad, I don't want to experience this, so I'm going to do everything that I possibly can in order to no longer experience that symptom. And I believe that that's the wrong way of looking at it. I think most people would agree that we are designed pretty well. I think most people would agree that we're designed to be healthy. And if we're designed to be healthy, I think it would make sense that my health, the way I'm designed, my birthright, shouldn't include headaches, right? It shouldn't include back pain. It shouldn't include neck pain. Now, obviously, there's things like soreness after a workout, and that's not what we're talking about here. But I think my healthy normal should not include these symptoms, okay? If my healthy normal should not include these symptoms, if I am experiencing them, it typically means that something's wrong. What we oftentimes look at in our society is if it's a symptom, I want to take this pill that stops me from experiencing the symptom, right? That doesn't work, okay? That doesn't work. If I were to have this rubber band here, if I were to put this on my finger, and I could do this for a long, long, long time, right? If I were to put this rubber band on my finger, if I do that for long enough, what's going to happen? First, it's going to start to hurt. Then it's probably going to go numb after a period of time. And I got to have options, right? Well, let's say it starts to hurt. Well, right now my finger starts to hurt. What can I do? Well, I can take an ibuprofen, right? That's a really clear thing that I could do. I could totally take an ibuprofen. If I take an ibuprofen, will I feel better? I don't know, maybe for a period of time, right? Maybe. Let's say that wears off and I want to go down. Okay, well, why don't I go ahead and I could like massage my finger, and great, like that's going to help. If this is the rubber bands, like, that's going to help, right? Yeah, but it's not going to fix it. I can go in, I can put some epidural shots in there, and obviously not epidural because it's for your spine, but I could do some shots in there, and that might help for a period of time. Eventually, long enough, it keeps coming back, it keeps getting, but I don't know what I want to do. I can definitely go in and saw that finger off. But the bottom line, guys, is why don't I just remove that rubber band? I mean, don't you think that's the right way? Don't you think that's the right way to handle that? And if I remove that rubber band and it's been numb for a long period of time, at first I might start to get pins and needles. Right? I might start to have that. Like, I don't know about you guys. This is private, right? So if I sit and if I'm, scrolling through my phone when I'm in the bathroom for a little bit too long, and my feet go numb, and I already have ever happened to anybody, and I go to go get up, and when I go to go stand up, it's like they really, really, really hurt. Well, guys, the pain of my feet isn't the problem. That's literally the blood flow restoring to my foot, but that's not the problem, right? Sometimes when we actually fix the issue, when we remove the restriction, sometimes things get worse before they get better. So the bottom line is here to answer your question is, the answer is yes. Can neck pain and back pain cause headaches? Sure. But the reason, just because, well, back pain can cause a headache, but I want you to think the fact that if there is a neck pain or back pain, do you guys think that if that's not what our healthy normal is, then maybe there's something else going on? In chiropractic, what we look for is a subluxation where those bones of spine have misaligned, irritating those nerves. If that subluxation is present, it can definitely lead to that neck pain or back pain. But if there's something going on there, that thing that's underneath the surface could most definitely be leading to headaches as well. So in a roundabout answer, Slee, and I hope I answered your question, if you're experiencing those things, I definitely recommend you get checked for subluxation by a chiropractor near you. If it's us, I'd love to be that. We're open. We are sanitizing like crazy. We're an essential healthcare provider, taking social distancing, mask wearing, except from here myself, everything like that, all the fun stuff that we have to, while the CDC says that we have to. Second, they say we don't, whatever. But right now we're doing it. We'd love to have you in to get you assessed. If you're not near here, shoot us an email, shoot us a direct message on Facebook or Instagram. We'll find a referral near you, okay? So that was a long answer for you. And it kind of led into another question. That's the reason I wanted to go a little bit longer on there. And is it normal to hear lots of pops and cracks just before getting out of bed in the morning? No, that's not necessarily something that's normal. But what I will say is that if you are somebody who's going through something like corrective chiropractic care, obviously everybody's situation is different. But like we just talked about with removing that rubber band on there, sometimes, guys, as we begin to restore proper motion in the spine, things are going to start to change. We're going to see a lot of changes. And sometimes while we're in corrective care, we can see an increase in those pops and cracks just as our body is making the change. If we do a good adjustment, a good primary subluxation, that's going to correct one adjustment that was causing 6, 7, 8, maybe 8 other compensations. So oftentimes throughout the rest of the time, the body begins to unwind. And that's why we can feel those pops and cracks in the time being if you're in corrective care. If you're somebody who's not in corrective care and you're not doing anything, there's nothing that you're doing that could be causing that, and that's definitely not normal. And again, get checked by a chiropractor for subluxation near you. If you need a referral, hit us up. If you want to get checked from us, hit us up. Another question here from Miss Amy. Is it helpful to do neck stretches upon getting out of bed if you are a senior like me? Any other stretches? Well, yeah, that's an amazing idea. That's super helpful. That can definitely be super helpful. Doing things like stretches when we get out of bed in the morning. Absolutely, that's great. One of the things that I love about care for seniors, I like to call my golden athletes, is just being able to make sure that we can just be as mobile as we possibly can. To make sure that, I heard somebody say to grow old in your home, not a home, right? When we look at things like people like seniors, what we want to be able to do is just say, how do we have the absolute most control and dictation of our own, make our own health decisions as long as we possibly can, as best as we possibly can. And for seniors, anything that's going to restore proper motion in the spine, like chiropractic, that's going to allow those muscles and ligaments to be in a better position, like stretches and exercises, Those are all going to be huge and are definitely beneficial for you, as long as they're not anything, obviously, because this is a medical office. Just to give the disclaimer, before doing any exercise program or stretches or anything like that, always contact your chiropractor or medical professional before you do anything, just to make sure it can be making something worse. But absolutely, in a general broad answer, stretches and exercises are definitely something that can be super beneficial, especially for seniors. This is actually on one of our forms here. We actually have people go ahead and search for our golden athletes, 60 plus years, different changes that we want to see with chiropractic, with stretches, with exercises. And we have things like improved balance, improved vision, improved coordination, improved hearing, improved memory. And we have that right in our form because it's stuff that we get to see all the time. We like to track progress. We like to count our wins, right? So that was the questions that we have today. Next week, guys, when we're on here, ask whatever it is that you want. If you want to know when my next haircut is, like my wife wants to know, you can certainly ask that. How long it's been, that one I might not answer. Overall, 6 p.m. Guys, in the Absolute Chiropractic Community Wellness Group, we are going to be doing, in the Absolute Chiropractic Community Wellness Group, we're going to be doing our Unraveling Neurodevelopmental Disorders workshop. So make sure you are in there. That's in 15 minutes. That's facebook.com/Absolute Chiro Community Wellness. I hope you guys had fun with me this evening, and I'm looking forward to seeing you all next week.